What's up, guys? Marshall Sparkman here. I'm interviewing my boy Austin Burch. Austin and I have he's a local accountant tax guy here, and I'm gonna let him talk more about what he does. But we hit it off immediately. He's just a good guy. He's a father, got young kids. Just stays super grounded in what he does, and as you can tell, he loves to study and knows everything about taxes and that kind of stuff. So I wanted to do a quick interview with Austin, and first of all, just give you props, man, on your level of professionalism and what you do for your clients, man. I mean, you're on it like a bum on a bologna sandwich, and you have a personality. This is what I was cracking up with him earlier. Like, I don't know any CPAs or accountants that have a personality. Like, it just doesn't ever come. So tell me real quick, man, briefly what you do, your company.
So I work for Joe Pacing CPA. We're a firm here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I focus here more on the tax side. So individuals, companies, corporations, just focus. That's what I primarily do. Anybody from basic employee, self-employed, business owners, and just kind of take the whole gambit. What I try to focus on is helping people out, not just to do your taxes, but to teach you so clients understand. They leave here with more knowledge. Just kind of eases the taxation side of everything.
Yeah. What's an ideal client or situation for you that you like to help?
Anybody that is worried about their situation, they're afraid of the IRS, Big Brother, whatever you want to call it. I just enjoyed calming people down, telling them about, just helping them through their situation, kind of putting them at ease, kind of different strategies and things like that you can do to not only lower your tax bill, but to just better be prepared.
That's cool, man. So normally in these interviews, I like to crack the code on what it takes to be just really successful in your business. And success is defined in many different ways. It's defined monetarily, and it's defined in your reach and your influence of people. So being a good tax and numbers guy that he is, accountant. What's your official title?
Right now, just staff accountant.
Okay, so being a good accountant, he's like, hey man, don't talk about income. I can't talk about that kind of stuff. So I like to talk about income, but we'll leave that one. So tell me, man, what motivates you in your business?
I think it goes back to, there's a TED Talk called The Golden Circle, and he talks about kind of flipping the script on why people do things. So instead of just me, Austin Burch, I do taxes, what motivates me, I like to help people out. By helping people out, I make their tax situation easier. I teach them. They leave with a better understanding. I do taxes. So it's just kind of flipping that whole thing is how I like to look at it. And it's a great TED Talk to watch, is The Golden Circle. And that's really what I base my philosophy on.
Is that the Simon guy?
Last name starts with a K, I think.
Yeah. I know. That is a good one. Yeah, your why. That is a good video. So how do you keep yourself motivated? Like, especially if you're doing what you do is pretty mundane, and you're down into the nitty gritty with people's paperwork and that kind of stuff. How do you keep yourself motivated on a day-to-day basis?
What motivates me isn't just sitting behind the computer doing the tax return. It's the explanation of what's happened throughout the year. I don't know, I've said it a few times, it's just that teaching. I probably spend too much time talking with clients, but that's what I enjoy, is kind of going through the process so they know why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody just to come in and say, here's my stuff, come back in a week later, here's your tax return. I like to sit down, talk to them, get to know the client, not only to gain that level of trust, but also just you can apply your knowledge on a personal level that way.
Yeah. So what do you think, what was a good turning point for you when really the light bulb kicked on and you took your business from, I've just got this little business, to now you're serving as many people as you serve? What was a good turning point for you?
I don't know if there was one specific turning point, but I think it's every client you help that leaves here satisfied, that's more comfortable with their situation, that tells another person. I think every time you help somebody is a turning point, because that's how you grow. That word of mouth, that reputation that you earn by not only doing good work, but just being a good person behind it.
Yeah. So you don't do any advertising? You're not online?
Not really.
Yeah. So it's all word of mouth.
So, yes.
Yeah. So what do you, if you wanted to prospect, if you're like, man, I'm broke, I ain't got no work coming in this weekend, what would you do to prospect?
I would go door to door and ask people.
Really? Like
businesses? I'm Austin Burch. I would explain what I do. I mean, just be real with people. I think transparency is what a lot of people look for. That's the quickest way to earn somebody's trust. And really, just at the end of the day, just being a good person, I think pays off at the end of the day. And I mean, that's what people want.
Yeah.
You can do taxes online. You can go to H&R Block and get them done by somebody that's sitting behind the computer. Not disrespecting anybody, but people want to do business with people that they trust, that they like, that they can relate to. And I think that, like I said, that transparency is what opens the door for that.
Yeah. They want to do business with somebody they can carry on a conversation with.
Right.
And not a robot sitting behind a computer.
Right.
Yeah. I was going to ask you the question, what's the one thing that sets you apart from your competition? But I can already see it's clear, like your integrity and your ability to communicate and relate to people. What else would you say is your one-off that sets you apart from all your competition?
I think it's just that open level of communication, that desire to not only accomplish a good job, but to build a relationship.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's typically with tax clients. We see tax clients once a year. That's not what I mean, I like to keep up with people. I like to follow them. I like to kind of interact throughout the year just to see how things are going. So that way, when it does come time to do tax returns, there's no surprise.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not trying to remember.
You want a
how
relationship.
Right.
All right, so this is my final note to all my friends that are CPAs or financial planners or even insurance guys or attorneys. It's okay to have a relationship with your clients. It's okay to talk to them, and that's a good takeaway for me with this. Is like, it's not about, in some business it's all about business, about prospecting and grinding and looking for the next deal, and other business like yours, like, hey, just take care of people. That's what I'm hearing you say. I like that.
I like it.
Yeah, just take care of people. So good interview session, brother. I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you coming by.
How can people reach you if they need you anytime?
We're Joe Pacings CPA firm. You can look us up. My email, aburch, B-U-R-C-H, @joepacings.com. Shoot me an email. Just stop by the office. Ask for me. Anything I can do to help people out, let me know.
That's awesome. All right, guys, I'm out. GoPro, stop recording.